the height of the 20th century, the United States stood in a position few nations in history had ever reached. Its economy dwarfed those of its rivals, its military spanned oceans, and its confidence was reinforced by recent victories that seemed to confirm a simple belief. American power, when fully unleashed, was unstoppable. From Washington, the world appeared orderly, measurable, and ultimately manageable through planning, resources, and resolve. Vietnam, distant and unfamiliar, entered this worldview not as a nation with its own historical gravity, but as a variable in a much larger equation. To American policymakers, Vietnam was not first understood as a place shaped by centuries of resistance, colonial trauma, and internal struggle. It was interpreted through maps, reports, and Cold War logic. Southeast Asia became a strategic zone, and Vietnam a symbolic line. If it fell, others might follow. This framing reduced a deeply human conflict into an abstract threat, one that demanded response not because of Vietnam itself, but because of what it represented in the global contest between ideologies. The United States did not arrive believing it was stepping into a war of national survival. It arrived believing it was managing a problem. This sense of control was reinforced by numbers that seemed overwhelming. Industrial output, troop capacity, aerial dominance, and technological sophistication all pointed in one direction. American planners spoke the language of efficiency and escalation. If resistance increased, pressure would increase alongside it. If territory was contested, it could be cleared. If the enemy persisted, they could be worn down. Victory was not imagined as uncertain, but as delayed. The only real question appeared to be how much force would be required before the outcome became inevitable. Within this framework, confidence did not feel reckless. It felt earned. The United States had emerged from the Second World War as a decisive force, and the Korean conflict had reinforced the belief that American intervention could halt adversaries and stabilize regions. Military doctrine emphasized mobility, firepower, and rapid response. In Vietnam, these strengths were expected to translate seamlessly. The assumption was not merely that battles could be won, but that winning battles would naturally lead to winning the war. What went largely unexamined was whether the conflict itself operated according to the same rules. American leaders believed that superiority would impose clarity. Yet Vietnam was not a theater that rewarded clarity. It resisted simplification. The terrain, the politics, and the motivations of those fighting could not be neatly categorized. Still, early